This is a Gamewell M-1007-18 Gong. These were used many years ago in the fire service. In the old days, you may have seen old fire alarm boxes where people would pull the box and then the bells would ring in the fire station. Well, anyway, these were the bells that would ring. Gamewell made those for fire stations. This particular bell came out of an old fire station that was torn down many years ago. These were actually used in the 70s when I started on the fire department. These were used to announce a general alarm. There'd be two bells would ring, and then they'd announce where it was, and then of course you'd slide the pole or wherever you were and off you'd go. So the way this system worked, a 24 volt DC system, there was a string around the city, a series string that would feed current through all these bells, and interspersed in this line that ran around the city would be fire alarm boxes. You know, the old red boxes on the poles, and when you pull an alarm box, it would start a mechanical spring-loaded escapement that would open and close contacts, would ring these bells with a code. So it may be like 2 bells, a space, 3 bells, a space, and a 1. So 231, and then you'd know that that was box number 231, and then you could respond. And of course, this was before they had modern intercom systems, etc. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take this apart, see if it still works. I've had this thing for, I don't know, 40 years maybe, 35. And we will see if we can get it to work. So stand by for that. Briefly, this is how this system worked. In fact, these systems actually go back into the 19th century, some of the bigger cities. At the headquarters fire station was a power supply, a DC 24 volts, battery backup. And then that would have a series loop that went around the city, and there was a number of different circuits. This would be a typical one. And that would go out from the station and through these alarm boxes that were mounted on power poles around the city. And they'd also go into the stations. Now, bells like the one here would be in all the fire stations here. So if you opened a box here, if you pulled a box alarm, it would start a set of contacts opening and closing. And every time they opened, that would open the circuit, and then the gong in this bell would strike. And there was a clock mechanism in these boxes. In fact, we used to have to wind them up. They had a clock spring in them. And you've probably seen these years ago. I don't think there's any of these left. But anyway, there's a clock mechanism. You'd wind it up like a clock. And then if someone pulled the box alarm, that would start to open and close contacts with a code, numbered code. It would be like a 3 sequence numbers. Could be 1, 2, or 3 in sequence. And that would tell all the stations where the box is located. Each box had an individual number. And they were used actually for a number of years I was on, and then that was phased out sometime, I think, in the 1980s. Of course, we had, you know, radio links and intercoms and all that, so this was obsolete. And with people with phones and stuff, we had more false alarms with these things than we did with actual fires. I think I went to one actual fire with a box alarm. They were always false alarms. One night, we had a box alarm come in an area known to have false alarms. And we figured, oh, another false alarm. We pulled the corner and looked down the street, and here's the smoke coming out of the house was on fire. So I remember in my career one fire that I actually went. But anyway, that's how this system works. Now these bells also have a wind-up mechanism in them. So you have to actually wind a big spring inside of these, which you'll see in a minute. And like I say, there was other circuits too. You could have them coming out in other areas of the city. And then down in the headquarters, there was a big board that had lights and a list of all the different locations. The main bell, this part here, is mounted in the center. And to get that off, I have to remove this nut here. And I can remove the bell. Inside you'll see the striker here. This is what would strike the gong. These things are really well built. No plastic in those days. Now this is the part that would be mounted on the wall, and then this part you could exchange it. There's two contacts in here that make contacts with these two pieces here. To get the striker off, I got a pin in here, had to remove, and the striker should come off, maybe. There we go. Now we should be able to and there's the mechanism. I've mounted the bell on a board here to make it easier to work on and also show you how it works here. Here again, here's the spring. This is a solenoid here at 24 volts DC, and the way this works is like this. When I let go, it'll ring the gong. When that happens, this spring unwinds, and it's got a clock mechanism here that will rotate. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to connect 24 volts here to the coil, and you can watch what happens here. So every time that coil releases, so here the circuit's completed around the city, and you open up the box and it rings. So as that box is opening and closing its contacts, it's ringing the number. Now one thing you had to do, like I say, you had to wind up the boxes, the box alarms, the alarm boxes out on the street. They had to be wound. In fact, when you'd go, an alarm would come in, the officer had a key in his engine and he could rewind the boxes. And then at the station, you had to rewind this spring, and you use this. It's got a ratchet here, and every time I pull this, I'm winding the spring up here. And then when I get done, quite a spring in there. So I'll simulate, I'm going to complete the circuit, and let's simulate box number 231. So someone would go out on the corner and they'd pull the box, and that would start opening the contacts. Two, three, one. And then if another box is open, of course you can only do one at a time. If you had another box open, it would scramble the system. But that's just the way it was made. Like I say, there was a cable that ran all around the city. It was a big series circuit that went out in a big loop. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to mount the actual bell on this, and then we can hear what it actually sounded like. Okay, I have 24 volts here, and I'm going to complete the circuit. Okay, the circuit's complete. Now, somebody down on the corner pulls the alarm box, and it's going to open it. It's going to open the contacts and send 321, and this is what would happen. Anyway, that's how the Gamewell system works. Very old and antiquated, but it worked pretty good. Many years. This was just a short video on the Gamewell fire bell. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.